Hello everyone, this is just an update video on the communities here in Asia, how we've been doing, what the growth looks like, what I know has been happening recently, and what I believe is going to happen in the future. So let's start with SEA. Now, I know I've made many videos about the growth of the SEA scene, particularly with the community in the Philippines, but now that the pandemic has been over for a while and people are returning to their normal daily responsibilities, it seems that this community is having a bit of a tournament and player drought. Unfortunately, many of the Philippines' top 10 that you would have seen me posting on Reddit or on my YouTube channel over the last few years have faded away. So, for example, two of our top 10 players have moved abroad, and another three of them have basically stopped entering events altogether due to their interest fading away or other responsibilities. This leaves us split in half. We only have a top 5 or top 6 right now. And of that half that are active, most of us have too many responsibilities to grind the game as much as we used to, which is a shame because I feel like our community really had potential. We just needed more time and experience. We do have a promising set of new players, but it feels like it will take some time again before we have the capacity to become a more competitive region, just because we lost so many of our good players. The reality of it is that the Philippines does not have any high or top level players, and it means that we have to find experience or practice through unranked with the better players in Japan. There isn't really much of another option here. In Singapore, their best player has not entered an event in about 8 or 9 months or even more. There are currently only 3 other active Singaporean players. Indonesia is not active at all, as far as I know. There may be one player who just sometimes pings NetPlay in the Discord, and the only player from Cambodia has moved on to other fighting games. So basically, SEA is not in a great spot right now, but with any community, there will always be ups and downs, and I'm sure we will bounce back in no time. Over in East Asia, Japan seems to be doing quite well. They are having battle gateways every 1 or 2 months, and furthermore, with the return of AMSA, and with Ingen being able to gain experience abroad due to his rising popularity, I think they're going to be able to level up quite a lot. When I say they, I mean the Japanese players who aren't AMSA are probably going to level up by AMSA returning. Also, Japan just has a high skill floor and a good player base. It's pretty unheard of to run into low-level Japanese players. They're always really good, or at least mid-level, and it's crazy to think about that there's just an entire region who are like mid-level or higher. For Korea, I have noticed some new activity in their discords and that they are hosting locals that get more and more players, which is great. And I'm super happy that Korea is getting more attendance now because they did lose some of their key players within the last year or so. So that's it for SCA and East Asia, just a general what I think is happening or what I know is happening. In the future, I expect online melee in Asia to be kind of dead. I mean, it's not completely dead, but when the pandemic was happening, those were kind of the golden years for activity. And now that that has officially come to an end, it's really going to take a new development to pull in retired and new players, or some new narrative or documentary just to bring back that interest in the game. I personally would love to make a sick video that helps grow the communities here, but I just don't believe that I have the skill set or the tools to do that as of right now. And it's going to be a lot of effort and a lot of time just to make a really, really sick video that helps grow the community. And now we come to the part about me. I've personally taken a bit of a step back from competing in Melee to focus on other things. I have not completely stopped playing, but I am taking more of a TO role and other roles that are trying to grow the community. So I'm hoping that by actually making good content, which I believe I do sometimes, like my Ingen video or my Steel Ride-On video or my How Slippy Saved the Philippines video, I feel like those videos were pretty good. And also hosting like high stakes, low frequency events for my region, SEA and East Asia, I think that's the way to go. The reason is because people are getting busy with life and responsibilities. I don't believe that events with small prize pools that are really frequent will actually pull in a lot of players or interest. And I also feel that they're less entertaining to watch. Also, now that the pandemic is done, people are having their offline events And I don't want to take people away from those, and I don't think people would even choose to go to an online event instead. So that's why I'm gonna do less frequent events. So how has this strategy worked out so far? Well, just this week at Battle at the Blast Zone, this was the first event where I put in quite a bit of money to pull in top Asian talent. So far, it's going pretty well. In the qualifier event, I was surprised at how many people entered, or how many top players entered. We had Ingen, Shippu, Sana, Futsuka, Vugsy, and even more players come. And it was one of the best events that I've seen probably the whole year for our region. There were a lot of cool sets, a lot of upsets, high level play. It was really great. And if you guys want to see the Battle at the Blast Zone finals, it's going to be this Saturday, October 21 at 7 p.m. JST. Our finalists include Ingen, Shippu, Sana, Futsuka, Vugsy, Savo, Ozuri, and Machu. Overall, I just want to keep helping the scene grow in any way. And if any of you guys have ideas or know any success stories out there on how to build a melee community, let me know down in the comments. That's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.